Either the products didn't work or the consumer.
Nigga, Coke too?
Just strap on this speaker vest and you could not only.
This nigga who made this shit was not cooking, bro.
Smoking cigarettes really came under attack in the 80s, and companies were trying to find a safer way to smoke.
Oh,
Reynolds came out with a premiere.
Bro, come on, bro. Nigga, safe.
What? I can get rich anywhere. Yeah, I can get rich off us in this. Well, I just can't hear from my millions. Yeah.
Cause I guess I
The
need some
1980s
culture,
was a
right?
time when companies and products were not afraid to be different. However, the decade wasn't without its failures. Either the products didn't work or the consumer.
Nigga, Coke too? Oh, hell
did not
no.
share the inventor's vision. A few of these items were just ahead of their time. In
Nigga,
this video, we will have
Nigga, is this video 1970? What kind of quality is this?
a look back at some of the 1980s products that failed. Gull-wing doors are ridiculously cool looking, and most people thought that every car in the future would have these. Part of this may be because of the DeLorean and the movie Back to the Future.
Niggas is not doing that
However,
shit.
people today are still opening their doors outwards rather than upwards. These were fun to dream about, but in reality, there is the possibility of being trapped inside the car in the event of a rollover. Long before AirPods were ever invented, motorcyclists had another option to have tunes while riding. Just strap on this speaker vest and you could not only.
This nigga who made this shit was not cooking, bro. This is, bro. I promise you, this is probably one of those awful whim, like
It was actually
buzz
a
type
jacket
of
that
thoughts,
had
bro.
zip-off sleeves so you could look like a real biker.
Zip off
If you plugged in
sleeves.
your portable stereo to
These
this
be
sound
adding
vest,
extra
you were ready
amenities
for
and
the
shit.
road. In the 80s, the Transformers became so popular that someone decided to give it a go with an actual vehicle. However, this one would
I don't know if I
not
can make it through
transform
this shit.
into a robot. It was the vision of Ital Designs, and their goal was to create a vehicle that would appeal to everyone. This car could convert from a van to transport bulky objects one day to a cool sports car the next. This idea never really took off on a large scale, but perhaps someday somebody might give it another go.
No, please no, bro. Niggas, certain shit should
The
stay
electric
fiction, my
doormat was
nigga.
a German invention from the early
Wait, the
80s.
what?
The electric doormat was a German invention from
Bro,
the early
what? My nigga. I know this. I see the video title, bro. You know what I'm
The
saying?
80s.
But like, yo,
It was basically a fancy and expensive alternative
like a door-
to wiping
like-
your feet on a conventional doormat.
okay.
It had anti-tripping technology where belts looped over separate pulleys and were mounted on counter-rotating drums on each side of the mat. In the years since, people have decided that the low-tech version was good enough. The vibrating
Okay.
sauna was a crazy-looking invention from Vibrason International. They combined a home entertainment system with an air conditioner and a massaging chair, which was all housed in a personal sauna pod. It was designed to keep the head cool while the rest of the body sat in 170 degrees Fahrenheit dry heat. This sauna sold for $5,995, which included a face fan, built-in stereo system, and an adjustable vibrator. If you're looking for something to take up space in your house because you have too much available, then this personal vibrating
Yeah,
sauna
I'm about to
might
say
be
that looks
for
like a
you.
fucking. I don't know what that shit is, bro.
The
What does that
Ultra
look like?
card
And
was
bro,
also
what
known
is
as the
this?
Everything
What
card,
P
and
is
it was
this? What
from the
pixels
company
is this?
Smart Card International. It's
Damn.
also known as the Everything card, and it was from the company
The
Smart Card
everything
International.
card?
It featured a 2-line LCD screen with a 10-key alphanumeric keypad. This was supposed to one-up credit cards, which included the functions of
Was it supposed to have one of damn credit cards?
a bank card
Fuck.
and a security access card. It could also be used in payphones and parking meters. Not only that, but it could also store fingerprints, medical records, and keep track of your calorie intake. This device never really caught on, which is interesting
Yeah,
when you
I'm
consider
sure.
our smartphones, which can not only perform these functions, but so much more.
It's a LED. It's
Briefcases were something that
it was a LED, my fault. I'm tripping. LED damn screen. It wasn't like it's not a phone, my nigga. Like, what are we talking about?
Many business people
Like, I'm not even trying to be like nitpicky or
so
nothing.
naturally, it became a real concern of people to worry about someone else stealing that briefcase. This is where the briefcase alarm came into the picture. If your briefcase was stolen, then all you had to do
This
was
shit better not
put
be
the code
bulky,
into
my
the
nigga.
transmitter. A vision-clouding red smoke would then emerge from the case, while an ear-piercing shriek would then sound. Then the briefcase burglar would learn his lesson. This really never caught on, but it does sound like a good idea for porch pirates.
Yeah, can I see what
I'm Andrea, founder of a boutique handbag brand, Andy, and this is why I switched.
This item is a do-it-all system. Literally, that's what it was called. It had an AM/FM stereo, microcassette recorder player, a calculator, and a digital clock with an alarm. The best part about it was how it could fit into the palm of your hand. People were never ready for this one, but look where we are today with smartphones. They can do so much more.
Oh, so what? So what? He wasn't far off the ball? But he was, my nigga. But he was, bro. Has a calculator and an alarm?
If you were around in the 80s, then you may recall seeing a dome home here and there.
Oh, hell.
They were pretty strange looking and not all that popular.
They're like some shit off the
Monterey
fucking fairy
Domes
tale.
in Riverside, California claimed in 1981 that they were the world's most energy efficient home. They were supposed to be the home of the future with rigid foam insulation and solar heating systems.
Well, niggas scrap
They
these
also require
entire
less
houses.
building materials
That's
to
true.
construct when compared to an average home. However, this futuristic home could never overcome its strange appearance.
I think it looks kind of tough.
Reflection technology was a video monitor that was packed into a tiny 1-inch screen. However, its image was comparable to a 12-inch display. Many users complained that this headset would make them feel nauseous and it wasn't worth the expense. You may remember something similar coming out in 2014 called Google Glasses. Both of these items were flops.
Anyways, my nigga. Augmented reality
the
fucking
scene
glasses,
in
my
the
nigga.
1970s, it became something that
And it's funny
every
because we got damn Vision Pro, so.
kid wanted. By the early 80s, it took the world by storm. Atari decided to capitalize on that success by offering the CX-77 touch tablet. It sounds
This shit
really
sounds
cool,
so
but
garbage,
you
bro.
could only make very basic shapes, and it wasn't easy to save or transfer these shapes so that others could enjoy your shape-making skills. This
Shape making? Oh, hell no.
device had sales that were not all that great, and it died a quiet death.
That's kind of sucks.
In 1982, Kodak introduced the disc film and a series of disc cameras, including the Kodak Disc 4000.
Bro, come
Each film
on.
disc contained 15 negatives, and it made carrying the camera a lot easier than the traditional cameras. However, the negatives were too small, which meant the photo quality was not only bad, it was super bad. In 1988, they stopped producing the cameras, but they still manufactured the film until 1999. The Fisher-Price PXL 2000 was produced in 1987 and 1988. The home video revolution was in full swing by
That
this
shit looks
time,
so
but Fisher-Price
bulky,
wanted
bro.
to offer something for kids. This camcorder used blank audio cassettes rather than VHS videotapes. It recorded low-resolution audio and video in a black and white pixelated image. The price on this gem was $180, which was about twice the amount of a Nintendo Entertainment System at the time. Fisher-Price sold less than 500,000 units, but they have since become collector's items, and you can even still see videos of them on YouTube.
That shit looks garbage.
Smoking cigarettes really came under attack in the 80s, and companies were trying to find a safer way to smoke.
Oh, hell.
Reynolds came out with the premier
Bro, come on, bro. Nigga, safe smoke, bro. Oh, come on.
cigarettes, which used a heated carbon tip to toast the tobacco, sending vapors through a flavor capsule as a smoker inhaled. However, the company never got past the research and development stage despite investing $300 million. Smokers who tested the product hated it and complained that it tasted like charcoal and smelled like burning plastic. The Seiko TV watch was produced in 1982 and 1983. They were trying to ride the success of the Sony's Walkman, which was a portable cassette player. This TV watch looked like a normal digital wristwatch, but it had a 1.2-inch LCD screen embedded in the face. You could not only broadcast television, but it also had an FM tuner. It sounded great, but you also had to connect it to a pocket-sized TV radio tuner. Not only that, but you also needed headphones. It sold for $495, but today it can fetch much more on eBay if it is in working condition. Coca-Cola has been one of the most successful sodas for a long time. But what do you do?
Let me see that damn Coke too, my nigga.
You change it. That's exactly what Coke did in 1985. The only problem was people hated the new formula, which prompted the return of the classic version.
Yeah, fucking
the company tried selling both for a while, but eventually the new Coke was dropped. However, it did return with a limited run several years ago with the success of the show Stranger Things. New Coke wasn't the only soda to fail in the 1980s. Pepsi had one as well. In 1989, they came out with the Diet Pepsi AM, which was a soft drink that was meant to be consumed for breakfast.
The fuck?
Needless to say, the public wasn't
buying it. What the fuck?
And it is one of Pepsi's biggest failures.
Yeah, I bet. Coke,
history is filled with examples of failures.
Soda,
and the 1980s sure had its share of them. Regardless of why they failed, it is still interesting to
soda straight up in the morning, my nigga? Like, nah, yeah, bro, I'm good, my nigga.